Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Anani Mouse. And Anani Mouse asks a question which has caused me to reflect deeply upon a subject that I would not have thought would bear deep reflection. And I find that very interesting. So the question that Anani Mouse asks is this. Anani Mouse tells us that he is a game-playing enthusiast and references Magic the Gathering in particular. And these are role-playing card games, and what you do is you play a card, and in this case it will manifest a creature that you then imagine going out onto the battlefield, and there are all kinds of fantastic creatures that are part of this game. And it's a very interesting, very creative game. Anani Mouse asks if there is a way to magically manifest one of these creatures in such a way that both duelists could see it and actually have it interact as an actual thing. And of course, my first reaction to this is the first reaction you'd get from most people who practice magic, and that is, well, this isn't what real magic is about. This isn't how real magic works. This is basically in the realm of fantasy. But then it occurred to me, I was being rather chauvinistic. I was allowing the fantasy role-playing aspect of this question to cause me to dismiss it too quickly, because in fact there is arguably a way that this could be done, and I write about it in my second-degree book under the section Creating a Guardian. But it has to do with the idea of creating what's sometimes called a thought form, an astral entity that is created and empowered for particular purposes. And that actually is an answer to this question. You could create your creature in an astral sense that both duelists could possibly perceive if they are both skilled in astral travel, meditation, or other forms that would allow them to perceive it. So if that were the case, you could conceivably create this creature as a thought form. And again, how to do that is described in my second-degree book. I'm not going to describe it here, but it can be done. Now, would you want to do this? Well, only if you're totally insane. I would strongly recommend not doing it, particularly considering that we're talking about fantasy monsters. That's not really the kind of thought form you want to create and have around you. And once you've created it, they don't always act exactly the way you're expecting them to, especially if you weren't clear on how you did it. I wouldn't actually recommend most people doing this unless they have a good grounding already in what they're doing and they're clear in what they want. But can it be done? Well, yes, actually it can, but it's not going to be like you would see it in a Harry Potter movie where the creature magically manifests on the game board. No, it would have to be interacted with in an astral manner and in a spiritual manner, but yes, it could in fact be created. Once again, you really shouldn't. But could you? Well, theoretically, yes. What people actually do with this technique most commonly is create a guardian for a person, for a house, for an area. There are many different ways that it can be used, and it's a very old technique and very effective. But it can also go awry under certain circumstances. And in particular, the late Alex Saunders was famous for having created such a thought form that was called Michael, which turned out to be quite puckish in character and did things that were not anticipated. So it would have to be something that you would do with a very clear mind, in my opinion. Although it is worth saying that what you have brought into being you can also take out of being, provided that you know you can. So, full instructions are in the second-degree book, but if you're planning to bring to life your Magic the Gathering monsters, please don't do it. So that would be my take on the question. I hope you find it interesting, and until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis, and did you know that I'm also a psychic reader? For over 30 years, I have been a psychic reader specializing in tarot and clairvoyance, and if you would like a reading with me, you can set one up, either by phone or by email, by contacting me at donlewishp@aol.com. And until next time, may you blessed be.